Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Rachel Williams begins now.
Good evening, everyone. A 26-year-old man has died after being struck by a car outside a Humanville school early this morning. Police say a female driver known to the man has been taken into custody, with the cause still under investigation.
Debris scattered across the road, the front of Humanville High School blocked off by police as investigators examine the fragments of a crash ending in tragedy.
Upon arrival of emergency services, it was apparent that the male pedestrian had tragically died. He was a 26-year-old man from the Huon Valley.
Police say emergency crews responded to calls by family members and nearby residents just before 1:30 this morning. The pedestrian declared dead at the scene.
It was directly out front of Huonville High School at the entrance there, so it can be upsetting, especially for the school community.
Police say the 34-year-old female driver was travelling south towards Humanville before colliding with the man and was then taken into custody.
The male and the female were known to each other, so the relationship between them will also be subject to scrutiny and form part of the investigation.
Police blocked the scene here on Wilmot Road outside Humanville High School throughout the day as the investigation took place.
We'd urge anyone with information in relation to either the lead up or the actual incident itself to come forward.
Information can be provided anonymously through Crime Stoppers. Ruby Kamane, 7 Tasmania News.
Nearly $1.5 million will be spent on 2 consultants to assist with the Bridgewater bridge redevelopment. Pitt and Sherry will undertake geotechnical investigations, while Bunbury Consulting will address issues raised about the project by Infrastructure Australia. Infrastructure Minister Michael Ferguson says the expertise needed wasn't available within government ranks. He also says the cost represents just 0.25% of the overall budget. Downtown Devonport paused for a time-honoured tradition today as members of the HMAS Stewart marched through the streets. The 180-strong crew took part in the Freedom of Entry parade. It's the 3rd time the ship has stopped into the city.
The tradition stems way back to the 13th century. In modern times, it signifies a close tie between a ship or another military unit and a town.
This was just a great opportunity to continue to welcome HMAS Stewart again. It was a privilege.
The vessel is in Tasmania as part of War Games, taking part in Bass Strait. Hundreds of nippers from across Tasmania have come together for the annual State Junior Surf Lifesaving Championships. The 2-day event, a chance for competitors to compete against each other while also practising vital life-saving skills.
Up and away, these beach-loving kids are giving it their all this weekend. The state championships one last chance for the next generation to showcase their talents this season.
They've had a number of events leading up to here where they've been practising their skills, refining those, and this is where they get to come together, compete, have a lot of fun.
And this is our biggest event of the season pretty much, so the juniors have been working up to this day for their state titles.
More than 350 children aged between 8 and 14 battled it out at Carlton Beach. Each competitor tested across a variety of disciplines, both on the land and in the water.
Beach events to water events, board events, team events, and all of those are refining observation skills, fitness, their surf confidence.
We won our final against Penguin, which was good. We've always tried to get over them because they're quite good competitors against us.
A famous face also watching on, with former Tasmanian Ironwoman star Ali Britton in attendance. Her career beginning on the Carlton Sands at age 11.
To see it absolutely packed with some of the kids that I've known my whole life is just fantastic, and what a beautiful day for it.
The championships also serving as an emotional farewell, with the under-14s graduating tomorrow.
Australia and Tasmania in particular is full of water and surrounded by water. It's part of our culture, and it's great they had that confidence.
You get to meet up with people from north you don't see often, so you have new friendships with people who are like 4 hours away from you.
John Hunt, 7 Tasmania News.
Many of us need a health boost from time to time, and today Tasmanians were treated to a variety of local services and products at the 7th Annual Wellness Expo. This year's event featured more than 90 stalls with advice from professionals and even a visit from some furry friends.
A lot of people don't know what's available in the community, and sometimes they only find out because suddenly they have a health issue that they need and they look around. We're hoping that we'll be able to show them lots of things they'll be able to tap into.
The Expo covers mental, physical, emotional and financial health. The Collingwood Super netball side suffered a narrow 55-51 goal loss to the Sunshine Coast Lightning in their annual Tasmanian pre-season fixture last night. Down by 6 at three-quarter time, the Magpies narrowed the gap to just 3 goals midway through the last quarter at the Derwin Entertainment Centre. However, last year's grand final runners-up showed their nerve, holding on to win the match by 4 goals. A cool dip was the only relief for hundreds of athletes sweating through warm weather at this year's Devonport Triathlon. The stakes are especially high for para-athletes vying for Olympic qualification on the road to Tokyo.
Mersey Bluff looked calm enough, but out at sea it was a different story. Para-athletes powered their way through the chop before sliding onto the bikes. With the clock ticking, cool heads still prevailed at the transitions.
Athletes with very significant impairments are able to get assistance from a handler.
Nothing short of impressive. Austrian Gunther Matzinger was first over the line.
2020 Devonport World Para Triathlon Series champion.
In other classes, Australians took home the gold. Again.
Gold medal, vision impaired Jonathan Gorlak.
And again.
From Australia, Kate Doughty.
Tokyo qualifications are up for grabs this year, but making it here was hard enough.
Yeah, so we got 70 entries. That's the maximum that they take in this field, but we had 50 on the wait list.
Devonport is the first of 4 stops in the World Para Triathlon Series.
Quite a few nerves, yeah. It's a big race, so it's getting to the pointy end. We're starting to see who's in form, who's not.
Crowds also line the roads for the able-bodied athletes. The honours claimed by Melbourne's Marcel Walkington.
Yeah, I've been a few times here. Well, every couple of years I come back and, hang around. But, yeah, it's good to be back. 2016 was my last time I won, and I came back here in 2018 with second.
While New Zealand scooped all the medals for the women.
We had a New Zealand podium 1, 2, 3, so that was a really epic, result for Triathlon New Zealand. Obviously, it's always nice to get the top step, but to be on the podium, it's a good day.
Sean McComish, 7 Tasmania News.
Good evening everyone. Temperatures above average today with Hobart reaching 27 degrees, 23 in Launceston and Burnie and Devonport 21. 26 in St Helens today, Ouse and Grove 25, 24 at Friendly Beaches, Lyoini and Smithton 21 and Flinders Island reaching 19. Cloud about the west of the state today and also over Bass Strait, mainly clear skies elsewhere. Across the rest of the country, a large area of low-level cloud sits over the Bight, while convective cloud lies over the south of Western Australia and to the west of Northern Territory. The rest of the country is experiencing clear skies. Tomorrow shows a cold front which extends from the Bight to the southwest of Tasmania. A high is centred south of Western Australia with a ridge over the east of the country. North to northwesterly winds 10 to 20 knots tomorrow and 20 to 30 knots about the east coast. There is a strong wind warning current for the upper east coast and southern and western coastal waters from Tasman Island to Stanley. A strong wind warning is also current for Storm Bay and the Channel. Showers and 25 in Hobart tomorrow, 26 in Richmond and Ouse. Launceston, showers and 23, 20 in Devonport and Deloraine 19. Burnie 19, 22 and showers in Strahan and 20 in Curry. And in the east, 23 in St Helens and Swansea and Whitemark 24. The UV tomorrow is high and very high across the state. Looking on to Monday now, showers in the northwest during the morning. On Tuesday, fine apart from early showers about the west and far south, and showers developing about the north on Wednesday. Perth 21 tomorrow, 28 in Adelaide, and sunny in Canberra and Sydney. And currently, Hobart, sunny and 26, Launceston, 21 and sunny, and Devonport, sunny and 20. And that's the weather tonight, Rach.
Wonderful, thanks for that, Chelsea. Before we leave you tonight, the San Diego Zoo has named its adorable hippo calf Amache, meaning beautiful one. And the 3-week-old certainly lives up to the moniker. The 45-kilo bub proving she's a star for the camera. The youngster enjoys lying around in the water and cuddling close to mum. Well, that's all your news for now. Thanks for joining us. Good night.